Hello there, this is Uncle Troy. Today we're on part 4 of my one-part super skeleton spawner trap project. I was just outside here enjoying the snrain, snow and rain. Now I understand that we have biomes. I understand the biomes aren't as large as they are in real life. But it seems to me odd that we have little, 2 wide, 3 long sections of rain in the middle of snow. I was just out here enjoying the snrain and noticed someone had been working on some kind of wall around our outpost here, and now I can say I know where all the cobblestone has went, because I had like a chest full of cobblestone and it just disappeared one day. So I still don't know which of my server mates is working on this project, but I'm tempted to bring some TNT out here and just blow the whole thing up, just to show what I think of people borrowing the resources without asking. But they put a lot of work into this, and I think it might look good when they're finished. Let's see how far it goes over here. Oh look, more snrain. I bet we go about 3 foot up here and it turns back into snow again. Okay, this rain's lasting longer than I thought it would. Alright, so the pretty good sized wall. Looks like another little room down there. It's not finished yet. I will have to talk to... oh, is that a wolf? I thought I saw a wolf. I'll have to talk to my server mates and see who it is that's out here working on this wall, or get an idea of the overall plan. Maybe I can help them out, or maybe I can still go back and blow it up. Yeah, there's like a non-winter biome in the middle of winter there. Fairly irregular shaped, but it appears to be, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Irregular but not random. Does that make sense? Is that a word? Is there a word for that? Anyway, I'm just basically looking for any excuse not to go back down into the caves, because I've been spending a lot of time in the caves lately working on things. Pork. I need pork. You always need pork chops. Thank you, Mr. Piggy. I was going to work on a passive mob spawning area and harvester, but since Notch fixed it where the passive mobs no longer spawn just in the light, then it no longer... thought I saw something up there. Is that a zombie up there? I'll have to check that out. The passive mobs no longer spawn just in the light, so it is no longer easy to make a well-lit area in the middle of the night just to get lots and lots of passive mobs. Yes, that was a zombie. And one of the great things about having a skeleton spawner trap is you can spam arrows all you want. Alrighty, back to work. As you can see, the skeleton spawner has a design flaw in that sometimes skeletons spawn directly on top of the spawning cage, and they don't fall down. They just sit up there. And that gets pretty darn annoying, because it, like that time, one accidentally shot the other, and then I was able to snipe the other one off. But it can get a little annoying when you notice that there are no skeletons spawning, and you look up with F3, and it seems that there's 2 or 3, just hanging out at the top. So what I decided to do was put a button right here that would send a signal up to the top and release some water to splash down on top of those skeletons. I figured that would wash them out of the way and would just really, flush things out. And I know that lots of redstone torches can cause lag, or at least I suspect that. I've heard that. But I figured that's the easiest way I know to transport a signal through redstone up quickly. Otherwise, I'd have to make a little staircase sort of thing And let's see, are we? No, we're not quite directly over the spawner. There we are. So what we need to do is figure out a way to drop water directly on top of that spawner to wash away any skeletons that are on top there. And I think I can do that with pistons and one source block of water. Alright. I've run the signal up across here over to here. I inverted it there at the end so that the piston is always extended unless the signal is interrupted, much like this. So now I just have to figure out a way to get some water up above that. I have to dig out the ceiling here a little. One source block of water that will fall down when the piston is retracted. And I think that's just about, always a torch in the wrong place. And I think that's just about got it. Let's see, a little step stool here. And I hope I brought water. There we go. And now in theory, let's open up a little viewing port here so we can see. In theory, when I push this button back here, it should release a momentary torrent of water which will wash away anything on top of that spawner. And looks like that's what it did. I know that's hard to see for y'all, but I'm not going to light up that whole thing in there just so I can assure you it's working. Trust me, it's a working. Now, of course, waiting for one to appear on top of it just so I can wash it away is going to take too long. Now, let's see if I get down here, see if this button down here works. And that's something I didn't think of. The water coming from a different location is overflowing and coming out into the collection area here. Luckily, it's not washing away anything important. I think this will also be good for when the skeletons sometimes get caught there without quite swimming up into the water. Little pressure pads there are because I had let water run out several times and washed away these tracks. And did I show you my little incinerator here? Just an extra piece of netherrack, but I don't need all that many bones, so it's a good way to get rid of them. Hey, there's a zombie. Yay. Now we know the, well actually we already knew the general mob spawning area worked. I just hadn't seen anything lately. And I think, yes, here comes another one. I don't really need zombies. I don't have much use for feathers, but you have all the arrows you need. But you never know when Notch is going to decide to add a new use for an item. Or since zombies, if I remember correctly, zombies were only dropping feathers because at the time Notch needed feathers in the game but had not invented chickens yet. So it is possible that zombies will drop something else in the future. So there goes another one. This game is a very bad influence on me. I will sit here for what seems like hours and just watch things burn, watch things drown. That's not a good thing. This is a game that should promote building, it should promote teamwork. It should not cause me to sit here and giggle like a little schoolgirl when things drown or burn. So now that we know this is working fairly well, let's add a sound. I think I'm going to call this system flush function. And if I knew how, it would make the sound of a giant toilet when you push the button. Nope, that doesn't sound like a toilet. Oops, these did not go into the disintegrator. Let's disintegrate them now. There we go. Alrighty, I've done some more work on the general mob spawning area. I hadn't intended to. It was more of a proof of concept than anything else, but I decided, you know, hey, I got a little extra time, a little extra TNT. What could it hurt? So I've gone from 4 spawning pads to, I believe, 9 now, which more than doubles the area. And in theory, that'd give you twice as many mobs, but you also have to take into account that the mobs farther away have a chance of despawning before they get to you. Then again, if you've reached the point where a monster despawning, oops, that shouldn't have went there. And naturally, I've messed up my water flow again. If you get to the point where monster despawning is having a major effect on your monster trap, then you've put way too much effort into this. Oops, forgot to. And watching this back, I see that I missed one over there. So the next time I'm in here fixing up this mob spawning trap, I will have to fix that. Nothing for now so far, but I'm still pretty close to the trap. And off we are, locked up, safe and sound. While I was playing around with our system flush, I noticed that once in a great while, the piston wouldn't stay open long enough for the water to flow. So I added a couple of repeaters here. One of them just goes straight through, and one of them is set for maximum delay. And I think I have this arranged to where the signal will go through immediately through the one with no delay, but it won't shut off until a few ticks later because of the one with the maximum delay. And the whole intention of that is to keep the piston open just a fraction of a second longer to allow the water to flow through. I don't know if it's a slow update or what, but it seemed there that the water was just not going through sometimes when I would push the piston. I added an extra pressure plate here so that the water doesn't wash things all over the floor. And, well, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Of course, I've said that before, but I seriously think this is the last time I'm going to have to work on this skeleton spawner. Hello, creeper. I could use some gunpowder. So, this should be the last of the Super Skeleton Spawner Trap series. So, I hope you all have a good day. This is Uncle Troy, signing off.